Hello. Welcome back to our Rule the Waves 3 playthrough for 1890 Italy, Mare Nostrum. In this episode, we're hoping to continue advancing throughout the early 1900s. We have a lot of ships that are being built here. We got some rebuilds happening. We're modernizing our fleet, one might say. And we're also waiting for the better horsepower advancements here, probably with the machinery. I think it would be machinery, but whatever the engines would be, so that's probably machinery. So that's what we're hoping for. And once we get to the lesser horsepower requirements, or the greater horsepower output, one or the other, we'll hopefully be able to go through here and start deleting some of these old, scrapping some of these old ships that are rapidly deteriorating on us here. In the meantime, start pushing the button, see what we get. Getting some rate of fire improvements. The US and Spain are still fighting. They just traded destroyers. Don't normally concern myself too much about destroyers and corvette losses from other nations, but it's the only losses they've had, at least for this episode. It's been several days since I recorded, and I'll be a little bit honest, it's still a little bit foggy what happened in the last episode for me. But I'm slowly catching up again. Let's see here. We have some tensions going down with Austria and Japan. Our monthly balance has evened out a bit. I wonder if we're working on Morocco, because I think, was that Morocco we just finished? That was West Africa. So yeah, that was Morocco. So 70 capacity there, 70 capacity in Somalia. So we're looking pretty good. They want to reduce naval spending, but we'll just get some tension instead. We now have access to improved 11-inch guns, -1 quality. And we get tension all across the board there with our main enemies, which is the UK, France, and of course, Austria Hungary. Not a lot going on. I have scaled back my spying a little bit. I'm going to scale my spying on Austria back down to low because I'm not too sure they're ever going to have anything that we want to steal from them. And we have tensions with Britain going up. That's not good. That's pretty much the last person we want to fight, or last country we want to fight. Tension goes up with Austria-Hungary because they're uncomfortable with us having Albania, but then it goes down due to the previous war. So they're not sure. They want to look tough, but they're also realizing that it's probably not a great idea to go to war with us here. Um, we get budget and tension. We're gonna give up a prestige to try to cool down tensions with Britain a little bit here. So we're gonna be like, hey, let's just be cool. let's let's chill out a little bit here. Early coastal submarines. All right, and there we go. We lowered tension. We're out of the danger zone. So we need to build some submarines. Let's build like 5 coastal subs, 450 per month. We have a nice monthly balance. So let's build 10 of these and go. And we also need to take a look at our ships under construction. All right, we can start some more rebuilds. So what do we want to rebuild? These light cruisers that only go up to 20 knots. Not really impressed with any of these. I'm honestly like really, really tempted to just start scrapping them. like get some more of these Geta class light cruisers. The problem is I don't want to get caught in a war where we don't have enough cruisers to really fight with. And these Marco Polos, I mean, they're actually okay. They are pretty decent. These are my foreign station ships. Let's 10 months left on those rebuilds. Let's skip one more month. Oh, we lost some of our dock size, unfortunately. And Japan has occupied some Chinese territory. China has lost a lot of its territory here. So this guy, night fighting training, that would basically swap us over to night fighting. We'll give up a little prestige to increase our crew quality. It's like, hey, we're not going to get rid of our old ways, but we can try some of it. But we're not going to, I don't want to be paying for another uh, doctrine right now. Okay. Spain and the US have clashed again. Spain lost a light cruiser and a heavy, and the US lost a heavy. All right, let's for about 4 months left on these Geta class. Oh, these are halted. Duh, I'm so stupid. Okay, resume. There we go. I was like looking. I was like trying to figure out. It's like why would they only cost 61 per month? What's going on here? Colonial crisis with France. We're not ready for war with France. Let's lower tension. We're going to give up another prestige, but we get some budget. Yes, please. Couple of technical advancements that'll help our shipbuilding. All right, now we're looking pretty good as far as the tensions go. We still have one yellow, which helps keep our budget up. What do we want to rebuild? The Marco Polos, I think. Let's start rebuilding two of these to start out with, see what it looks like. So we're going to immediately replace the machinery. It gets us 109 tons. Still only going 19 knots. And I don't see a way. I don't see a good way to get us up to 20. Not good. Not really, really not good here. So what if we just stick with 19 knots? What does that let us actually do here? I mean, we have these Americo Vespucci's that have been rebuilt. We can use those as foreign station. Then we could scrap the Marco Polos after we. So they cost between 133 and 175 to maintain. If we scrap all four of those, that's about what's that? It's like 300. It's almost 500, or probably a little bit more than 500 per month we would get. That put us at around 2,000 per month. We could start building some heavy cruisers. All right, let's take a look here. So heavy cruisers, some armored cruisers. I'm still not a big fan of. Hmm. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna refurbish these guys just for now. Let's do all four of them. We'll replace the machinery. We'll upgrade the 3-inch guns. We'll and that's it. Like that's the minimum we need to do to keep these around for a little while longer. So we'll save and finish that. Fire control is not the best. We can actually put a fire control on these. And we have to put a couple of fire control positions. And then we'll rebuild all four of those. And now we need a foreign station. So we'll deploy the whole Second squadron. Do we have any other heavy cruisers? These Palestras are the new ones. Yeah, so the Amerigo Vespucci's, I don't know. They will be foreign station, and let's see if they go on another world tour. Okay, our prestige improves. 1% saving on machinery. Better damage control improvement. That's nice. We get wing turrets up to 10 inches. And you know what? Let's put. We just got that Cockburn safety valve. I was gonna say we could put that on high and hope for the machinery upgrade, like the big machinery upgrade. It's got to be like around right around the corner here somewhere. Uh, okay. And we have all these light cruisers that need upgraded too. The 3,200 tonners, I'm not even sure about those. I'm really not. I would rather have a smaller fleet. Oh no. Our new Geta class they're not going to be able to reach 22 knots. We have to rebuild the engines immediately. Well, there's a new cruiser from Russia. You know what? We could have something just like that if we had the money. Okay. Ooh, quality 0.6-inch guns. That is fantastic. Yes, please. 6-inch guns are they're like my favorite cruiser weapon. Okay. Well, we have a little bit more budget to play with now. The question is, so we have our Palestro class. These are rocking 6-inch secondary batteries. Let's rebuild these immediately. We can replace the machinery. We can upgrade the secondaries. And we can give them a fire control while we're at it. And we can increase the speed. These are expensive rebuilds. These are heavy cruisers. It'll be going 22 knots with these good, nice, really sweet, good. How many more ways am I going to find to describe it? But it's an expensive rebuild, but I think it's worth it. Ammo. Oh, that's yeah, 7. Who cares? 7-inch guns can have low ammo allowance, whatever. These guys are going to be out of action for 10 months. But these Gatas should be, yeah, these will be done here in just a minute. And then the Amerigo Vespucci's will be done in 6 months from now. So we're good on balance. Russia. Let's go for the win with Russia. 6 foot. Let's see. The U.S. and Spain again. Spain lost a heavy cruiser in exchange for a few destroyers. Fine. I just want a nice, fun little war against Spain. Oh, we're at the brink of war with France. Let's give up double prestige here, because we're really in a rough situation here, where we can't afford a war against a major power, because our ships are just falling apart. Honestly, I would rather have a small navy. Let's get rid of these 3,200 light cruisers, 3,200 displacement. You're gone, and we'll get rid of this one too. So let's scrap all of these. I know it's wild to do this with our tension going up, but in these Geta class, what if I Rebuild these immediately. Replace the machinery. 10 months at 1,000 each, just to get me back up to 23 knots. We're going to hold off on that. 22 knots will have to do for now. Um, the Argodats, we're going to get rid of those. Scrap them. And that frees up 606 per month. Let's see here. If we start building some more of these Geta class, so what if we built 2 more of these? It's going to take almost 2 years. Let's do it. Let's negotiate an agreement with Germany, I think. That way, if we get into a fight with Russia, they'll be not Russia, France. They'll be a little bit distracted. So will Germany be our friend? No, they won't. Okay, well, that's probably going to make France mad. Oh, it did. It made them mad. Okay, well, that stinks. But I think we can maybe fight with what we got. We've got our battleships. We're good to go on that. We've got not a lot else other than our battleships going for us and our light cruisers. So let's get these cruisers into a division now. They're finally worked up, or they've probably been worked up for a while. We've just been not paying enough attention. Well, so if I had the choice, let's get rid of this light cruiser. It's another 20 knot light cruiser. Scrap. If I had the choice, we would fight this war entirely with these cruisers here and our heavy cruisers. But they're on foreign stations, so there's nothing going for them. So we'd have like the battleships, and we'd have these light cruisers. That would be how I would fight if I had the choice. Maybe it'll let us back down a little bit here. I'll go for tension with Austria-Hungary. That's fine. Might give us some more budget. It did give us some more budget, which is good. Spain lost a heavy cruiser. The U.S. lost a battleship, the North Dakota. Tension with Russia goes up. Tension with Austria-Hungary goes down. Gosh, if I could speak. We are right at the verge of a war here. So we finished reconstruction on, I don't even know what, maybe some Marco Polos or something. Or no, the Amerigo Vespucci's. Germany gets a Chinese concession. Hey, we're going to give up some budget to lower tension with France. Let's promote better understanding with these people. There we go. That's much better. I'm still a little bit worried about Britain, but at least we're not immediately jumping into a war with France. How's our construction queue look? We're looking really good here, so we're going to go ahead and queue up. So next month, so we're going to do 2 more Geta class. Remember, we're trying to build up our light cruiser fleet because that is still, even in this era, our main strike force against large ships. 5% increase in submarine reliability. Our light cruisers are still our main ship killers, even though they're rocking 5-inch guns. Our next generation of light cruisers will probably had 6 inches, 6-inch guns, because we do have like 6-inch guns are our best gun right now. Okay, the Americo Vespucci's. All right, we're going to put you two, even though you're still working up, we're going to put you on foreign station, and we're going to move these 3 here, back to active fleet. And let's get this one and this one back to the Mediterranean. Oops, missed the button. There you go. So that brings at least, even though they're not fantastic, they're okay. These three heavy cruisers give us a little bit more firepower in the Mediterranean now. We have this Marco Polo, 19 knots. That's one of the ones we just rebuilt for the sake of. So once the other Marco Polos finish their reconstruction, we're going to put some of them on foreign station. We'll bring the Americo Vespucci's back home. Vespucci. Let's see. Wow, this guy's good. Above average and a gunnery expert, and he's wily. I mean, we're gonna do a little bit of we're gonna do a little bit of corruption here in order to get gunnery research. I mean, that is one of the flaws of being Italy is the corruption. But in this case, it might actually be a boon. All right, so the Marco Polos, three of those. Are they all in Fourth Fleet? Fourth Division? It looks like they are all in Fourth Division. So that means we're going to put two of these on foreign station. We're going to bring these ones back home. So back to active fleet. And we're going to move them back to the Mediterranean. And I think we have successfully navigated through this moment in our history here where we had like nothing going on really. Like all of our ships were being rebuilt and or just obsolete, falling apart. These We're going to get rid of all of these old obsolete light cruisers. And yep, we have more ships coming out of rebuild right now. Sort of build uh, two more of the Geta class. What can we do here? We're losing budget no matter what we do. So let's do some social reforms for the unemployed. Costs us a prestige, but it might help our unrest level a little bit here. There we go. 1% saving on machinery, 1% saving on hull. We're still waiting on that horsepower upgrade. Still looking pretty good here. Let's build three more Geta class. We commissioned 10 submarines. We're not going to blow up any ships for the Royal Navy. That would be a little bit suicidal. Japan is working on, they have the Issei, brand new battleship. I wonder how good their battleships are. Let's compare what they have. Let's see, the Issei, wow, they have a lot of, man, they have a lot of battleships, jeez. So it's a Shinano class. 12,800 tons, 17 knots, 12-inch cannons, 12 7-inch broadsides. That's actually pretty respectable. And they're slower than us, than our Lepantos. But I feel like they'd put up a good fight. Okay. Let's see here. We have a lot of obsolete battleships, but I don't really see a reason to. Maybe we can just fix the engines on them. What if we just replace the machinery? We can do that. It'll take a year. Jeez, look at all the flaws with this ship. You know what? Never mind. We're not doing that. We'll wait until we get the chance to build something better. So we will sell because we're not giving up any like secrets or anything, secret technologies. Improved armor quality, better penetrating hits. We can use minefields now, and the tension went up, but we gained some budget out of that. I think it's worth it. And I think we're getting close to the point where if we go any further, we risk going to war. So I think we're just going to go ahead and call this episode, right? Think we're good? Yeah, we're probably pretty good. So I appreciate you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.